Hi, I'm Max, Managing Director at Vendo Digital, and we've been working with Dan Coe, Marketing Manager at APS for just over a year. Dan, can you tell us a little bit about what you were looking for before you started working with Vendo and how, since working with Vendo, the marketing at APS has transformed?
When I first started at APS, one thing that they lacked is data within understanding where their leads were coming from, how much they were spending on their lead and how much they were generating from marketing. So we started to look for a marketing agency who could support with that.
In terms of what you were doing before, so if we're looking at 24, 25, I appreciate you were fairly new to the business as well, but when you kind of took the reins, what did APS's marketing look like?
The marketing was kind of almost done on a whim and not analysed to a point of where is this going, what is the success rate, what is the return on ad spend, and because of that it wasn't something that sat with me, actually made me a bit uncomfortable. Therefore we needed to make a change to make it work so that we could look at how as a business we can scale our marketing.
So in terms of the last 9 months, just to put things into perspective, we started on a big website build for APS, and that was to service the sales of large machinery, which ultimately is done over the phone or through inquiry forms on the site, but it also included the APS parts shop. And the parts shop very much was an e-commerce functionality, and we launched that after 9 months of working together whilst integrating with HubSpot, so all of your leads do come through and you have that data that you've just mentioned. Can you talk to me a little bit about the two sides of the business and what you've seen in terms of clarity of data on both sides?
Even the SEO on the old site, whilst that was taking place, really helped because it allowed us to understand from a machine sale point of view to begin with where our leads were coming from: SEO, paid search, paid social, organic social, or email marketing, to then understanding what their journey looked like and all of their touch points. And then from a parts perspective, especially from an e-commerce perspective, it added a lead sourcing element which we'd never had in the past.
You mentioned in terms of before to after, predominantly looking at the site, you mentioned sort of number of inquiries. What did that look like before on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, to now?
It's a really good question. So it was around 15 a week, maybe sometimes 20 at a push, depending on what we were doing. Whereas now we're sort of consistently hitting high 20s, 30s on just machine sales. That doesn't include aftercare or parts, that's purely on machine sales. From a machine sales side, this year we've spent around £4,000 on paid ads, and the money we've generated in revenue from machine sales is around £160,000.
In terms of the part sales, just going back there, you mentioned before you were very sporadic, and in the last week we've seen consistent daily orders, and we're seeing that on a daily basis. Would you agree?
Absolutely, and we're starting to see not only more orders but a higher spend of orders as well. Where it would have maybe been £50 here, £30 here, it's more now like £300 here, £1,000 here. You know, so we're clearly targeting the right people.
What would you say is a strength of Vendo's and one of the biggest reasons you enjoy working with Vendo?
For me, there's a lot of reasons I like working with you guys, because having people like that who you can actually enjoy working with regularly, whether that's face-to-face, on calls, at events, whatever it might be, I think it just makes the job a lot easier. So like on top of all the good work that you guys do, having a team of people who you can get on with personally and professionally, I think goes a long way.
Would you recommend Vendo, and specifically would you recommend us to plant hire companies or e-commerce businesses?
Absolutely would recommend you guys. Like I say, I think you're a friendly bunch. Your team are also really good at telling me if they think what my suggestions or what I think we're doing is wrong as well, which I really like. I don't want a company to come in and just agree with everything I say and then we go the wrong direction. I really like the fact that, you know, say, look, we understand where you're coming from, but we think this is a better direction, and naturally they're in it more than I am. So it's always good to go for their recommendations and actually have people who aren't willing just to kind of be yes men as well.